There are many issues facing our nation's youth today: excessive student debt, rising costs of health insurance, and a lack of direction and focus in some cases. A lot of you are students and citizens of the United States. My name is Adam Dewey. I've been a member of the Air National Guard for almost 17 years now. I work in the Human Resources Department out there full time. Today we will talk about some of these problems facing our youth, the Air National Guard, and look at some of the ways joining the Air National Guard can alleviate many of these problems for you. Rising student debt. According to Jones, in 2013, there was over $1.2 trillion in student debt in this country. There are over 7 million Americans that are in default on their student loans. And there's over 40% of Americans that are under the age of 35 that are heads of household that are affected by student debt in some way. The average debt for a graduate of the class of 2012 was $29,400. My brother, who is a practicing PA, has accumulated over $100,000 of student debt throughout his college career. The increase in cost of education as compared to what your wages are going to be by getting that education is kind of hard to quantify as well. Another problem is the rising cost of healthcare. According to state trends in the cost of employer health insurance coverage from 2003 to 2013, the premiums and deductible percentage went up from 5.3% to 9.6% over this time frame. The premium cost went from $606 to $1,170, and the deductible costs rose 146%. And this is for just self-coverage. If you need family coverage, it's much, much higher. And direction and focus. That's a hard one to quantify. Personally, when I graduated high school, I knew I had to go to college because everybody went to college. I didn't have any goals, didn't have anything beyond I needed to go to college, and that didn't work out well for me. Now that we've covered some of the problems and obstacles, let's take a look at an amazing organization, the Air National Guard. According to Gross, the Air National Guard was established September 18th of 1947. It began as a glorified flying club for World War II veterans and has grown into an integrated war-fighting capable force with over 100,000 members in 140 different organizations across the country. The requirements to get in, according to Tech Sergeant Nelson, a recruiter in the Air National Guard, you have to be between the ages of 17 and 40. You have to pass a physical, be medically qualified. You have to have a clean record for the most part, and a high school diploma. You have to comply with height and weight standards. And once you do all that, you go to basic training and you choose a tech school at this time too, which is going to be your technical field when you come back. And for those of you that are a little worried about what this is going to do to your civilian career, there's something out there called USERRA, the Uniformed Services Employment Reemployment Rights Act of 1994. According to Greer and Fayette, the main point of this program is to protect a member's civilian career. The 3 points are to ensure reemployment when you come back, protect your benefits, and to protect you from discrimination so they can't look at you as a military member and not hire you. This allows you to join and serve your country without worry. Now that you're familiar with the Air National Guard, let's take a look at the benefits. The Air National Guard provides benefits that directly relate to all the major problems I talked about in the introduction. GI Bill. According to Tech Sergeant Nelson, upon initial enlistment, you get $367 a month for 36 months of school. According to Howell, there's a GI Bill called the 9/11 GI Bill. If you accumulate 12 months of active duty through deployment or other reasons up to 36 months, the program varies, you can at the maximum get full tuition paid for, a book stipend, and a housing allowance over the time frame you go to school. And this program is transferable to your children or family members if you don't use it. Another program is called tuition assistance. If you attend a state-funded school, you get up to 130 credits of tuition assistance. For that, you need to have a passing fitness score and get above a C or better. You can use this program for a degree at every level, from associates, bachelor's, master's, and you can also use it for a certification. For health insurance, there's a program called TRICARE. It's a premium-based program, very, very flexible. The coverage is only $51 a month for for a single person. Family is more, but $51 a month is way cheaper than a lot of the stuff out there. And lastly, the Air National Guard provides for character building and leadership. There's training, camaraderie. The military side gives you some direction and focus, and the Guard is a community-based organization that works with you and your personal goals. There's a lot of leadership courses that develop your self-esteem and your coping skills to help you to succeed in the civilian side. So although not everyone can meet the standards to get into the Guard, if you can joining, the benefits are incredible. In conclusion, today we've talked about how for many young people, the problems can be solved by joining the Air National Guard. We spoke about a list of problems facing the youth of this country, the history of the Air National Guard, the requirements to join. We went over a list of benefits to those who qualify, which are amazing. The Air National Guard is not for everyone, but for those that can rise to the challenge, the benefits will last a lifetime. You also can get a really cool pair of glasses like this and a nice hat. Thank you for your time.